you're all experts in this area because today we're talking about e-commerce, how to develop e-commerce strategies in order to drive reservations and increase online revenue through your own web booking site. So I think to start off, the first question I'd like to ask you guys is, in your hotel company, please share us the process of developing e-commerce strategies. In other words, in your hotel or a hotel company, is there a designated department that is created to supervise the online business?
Hi, my name is Sid. We basically have 3 departments which look after the electronic sales for our company, for our hotels. One is e-marketing, which looks at all the direct channels. That's the own website, our social media, and so forth. The second team is e-commerce, which looks at our distribution of the third-party channels, basically OTAs and so forth. And the last is the central reservations office, which basically their main job is just to handle all the leads generated from our direct channels and convert them into sales.
With the core, we are slightly a bit differentiated, and on the online business, we have a department called Direct Sales, Loyalty and Partnership, who manages the multiple sites among the geolocalized region. So that's how we set up the online or our e-commerce arm. Some of you may have heard this morning Michael mention about the geolocalized language. So yes, we did. We launched the Bahasa site in May, and this is managed locally by the Indonesian team directly. So that's an example of the setup.
My name is Chris. We are a small group of hotels compared to my neighbors here. We're just about 18, based in Kuala Lumpur. But the difference for us is we own and manage the hotel. So which means we centralize quite a lot of the strategies. We have our own e-business division. We have our own revenue management division, which are all centralized. Most of the decisions are done together with the individual hotels, but it is all standardized, and procedures and protocols are all set from the corporate office.
Very good. Thank you, gentlemen. So it appears that you guys have some operating arm to really take on this e-business. So according to your past experience and the challenges you're facing now, what would be the critical issues in dealing with web traffic in general? I mean, that has a lot to do with, how to work with websites that can actually optimize your presence, rate issues, and some other challenges that you may have faced.
I mean, it's not very easy right now. You do have OTAs coming out very strongly, but as far as we're concerned, we have Compass Hospitality has about 13, I would say, budget hotels in Thailand and Malaysia. We actually allow each of these hotels to have their own individual websites. We do spend quite a bit of our time in developing new content, updating content every few weeks, both on the front end and the back end. We do work with Google very closely for our PPC campaigns. At the same time, we also do not allow the OTAs to actually hijack our brand names. At the same time, like I said, there's a lot of pressure coming in from the OTAs also that they do want rate parodies and maximum allotments and things like that. We basically just have to hold our ground and not let them take us for a ride.
With Accor, yes, OTA is one of our challenges. We recently developed a new arm, what we call market managers, who are working closely with the hotel operational team and as well as the revenue management team to work and to combat obviously the OTA. However, we also look at our loyalty program, which is very important for us. And today, when we launch a campaign, yes, there is challenges, but using the loyalty-based business that we had, it generates a good number of return for our hotels at the minimum cost. So in terms of the distribution costs for using our loyalty and booking acquisition through this channel, it's giving us an edge to move forward with our campaign. Moreover, we are also looking at developing a mobile. I mean, in some market like Indonesia or even in Singapore here, mobile application it's very, very important. So we look at that opportunity also with us. One thing though, it's a challenge there that we're seeing the booking lead of our customers getting shorter and shorter. So a lot of choices out there. So I guess to us, most important is to consider when we do something, we do it at using what we call a strategy of 360-degree approach, where we tap in the entire segment, at the same time giving value proposition for our customer.
For us, of course, OTA is like a love-hate relationship. We love them and we hate them at the same time. We work with them, but of course, we also manage the number of bookings. We also tighten the screws, like what Sid says. We don't allow them to buy our brand, because on Google anybody can buy Berjaya. So when we sign a contract with them, we always go through the contract and always insist that it has to be placed in the contract that they will not be buying our brand name. So that is one thing to control. And of course, we have also security issues like hacking, somebody create another website, redirections and all that. So these are some of the things that we have continuously. So those are the things that we look at it when the time comes, because we really wouldn't know what's the next wave of hacking coming in. So that will we will only do it when the time comes.
Okay, very good. So you guys talked about the channel conflict, right? You mentioned that, okay, the relationship with OTA is love and hate. They are necessary evils to work with. We can't live without them. The cost structure, mobile applications, the security. But when it comes to SEO ratings, search engine optimization ratings, what are the specific measures your company has taken to improve your ratings in this very complex online search landscape in particular?
We are currently developing HTML5 websites, so especially for our budget hotels, that's going to be a good thing, because they don't necessarily will have to then invest in mobile apps or websites. And creating an HTML5 website is not very hard thing to do. We also looking at the this morning there was talk about actually having sites in different languages. So we have seen in the last few months Google and Microsoft, they basically have improved their translation tools quite a bit, and you can actually use their products to translate up to 1 million words or something, and after that you pay on a usage on per word basis or something like that. But it's a great tool for budget hotels. It doesn't cost much. We have a dedicated team of about 5 people, which are divided into our e-commerce and e-marketing. They basically manage our budget brand, which is the sit-in brand, as well as 2 and 3 of the third-party hotels we're also managing, which fall under the budget brand also. Again, they're looking at the PPC campaigns we carry out. They look at the content. They make sure that our rates are the best available rates in the market. We also redesign our websites every 2.5 years or so. We like to keep it the content as fresh as possible. At the same time, we also use the OTAs. I mean, let's be honest, we use them as a billboard effect also. So we don't have deep pockets like some of the international chains to market our brand. So we use the OTAs to basically drive traffic. I mean, we actually try to optimize our display rankings on Agodas or Expedias and so forth. And we know that customers are definitely going to come to our website and check the rates, check other offers. And that's where we try to get the customer to book direct. We throw in a lot of value add-ons. It could be free Wi-Fi, could be complimentary breakfast or late checkout. From time to time, I hope no OTS over here. We run some happy hour promotions as well, which are only available at the select hours of the day only.
So for us, what we do with the obviously with the to increase the SEO, a few things that we've done. Mainly, obviously, the quality of the content is very important for us. That's number one. Number two, we do a lot of destination marketing concept with the tourism board. So here with STB, we work quite strongly with them. We also work very strongly with the Indonesia and the Malaysia tourism board. So the idea is not only to market the hotels. I mean, yes, economy hotels, but today there are many choices, right? So we have to give the value added to the customer. We have to differentiate what could we offer for our customer. So through this destination marketing, it really helped us to generate more traffic. Also, some of our partnership with the airlines and the banks through the actual offer definitely help us when to get more traffic and better SEO rankings in our site, because we partnered with them, and by giving them a special something that the other hotels couldn't give. This is very important for us. So that's basically on how we could increase our SEO, and also so on top of the content to us.
For us, SEO is important. We work on, of course, we do have an SEO team, which we have actually outsourced. But from our side, we do a lot of link developments. Link developments means that we work with directories, online directories, free and paid. That means we actually work with contact the tourism sites, work with directories and see whether they can link back to us and all that. So in that way, this is how Google actually looks at you, because if there are more links, in links or out links, you become more well known in that sense. So Google kind of give you a few extra points on that. So because Berjaya has a lot of other companies as well, what we have done is, within Berjaya has about 30 to 40 websites. So we have actually linked and each other, put it into a community. We set up individual page on each website, connect every website together, and so it has become a huge community rather than just a standalone website. So in that sense, Google will also look at it differently. Then, of course, we look at Google, new things that Google rolls out, like Google Places, because that will also give you an additional point. So you have to be enlisted in that, Google Places, PPC campaigns. We're starting on remarketing now. So, so those are the things that will actually push your rankings up.
Okay, very good. I think some of you have already touched upon innovative promotional strategy, and I think this is very key. How to drive traffic to your own website is a challenge that we all face. Some of you mentioned, well, like Sid mentioned, okay, you have happy hour. I thought happy hour only applies to bars, but you guys implement that in the online environment. Adi mentioned about the loyalty program with Accor. And Chris said, we have links and online directories. Could you all, in terms of specific promotion strategies, other than the ones that you mentioned, could you elaborate more on the specific practices that you you have done before, in addition to the ones you have mentioned? Especially, I think, using loyalty program with Accor, how do you do, in this case, you work with your existing customers. Lots of times we're trying to acquire new customers, but you work with the existing customers. So I'd like to start with Eddie on that one.
Sure. Look, with us, we have two type of membership program. First is Le Club Accor Hotels. So this is obviously a point-based program. The other one we have Advantage Plus Le Club Accor Hotels. So the second one is a paid membership. So someone paid, obviously they have extra benefit in terms of the food and beverage dining that they could gain. Also some free nights that they will get when they join. So the way we activate them, we measure the activation rate. We have database which is decentralized today. It's not controlled at the central environment. We have, as I said earlier, the way we set it up is we have each teams from each country. So in Australia as a feeder market, in Indonesia, in Singapore, in Malaysia, who handles this database directly. And when we do market it, so for example, we did a good campaign at the moment called Fly Me to Paris campaign. So what we do for the membership base in Australia, obviously we give it to the Australia team to translate it. Because when we market specific campaign, it has to match with the local market, right? So then the Australia team do it. They obviously send it through their email system to all the members. Now, the value added for example, for our Advantage Plus, they get a percentage discount more than the public customer. So it's a closer user group. It also encourage activation and loyalty for our members. Now, for our Le Club members, we normally give triple or double points. So things like this, we do it very often. And each time when we do a big campaign, say our super sale, for those who are our Advantage Plus member, they get more discount than the public. They also get what we call advanced previewing. I mean, it's a super sale 50%, right? So it's very, very good deal worldwide for all of our hotels in the world. And it's definitely with the decentralized system that we have the ability from each country as a point of sales to actually market it better, suited for our specific market. So maybe for Indonesia, we have a lot of traffic going to Singapore. So of course I will put emphasis more for the Singapore hotel. But for the Australian today, because the Australian dollar is very, very strong, they will market it more for the UK or even America, our hotels in America. So the cross-sell is very, very strong and important in each region where we have decentralized, geolocalized system. We have our own objective to achieve. Right? So in terms of cross-sell, it's definitely important. And in terms of the competitive edge that we're giving to our owners, it's real. So that's what we have. It's a powerful system.
Okay. Thank you, Eddie. I'd like to go back to Sid on the happy hour idea. Any other ideas that you have implemented or you're thinking that you want to do on the pipeline?
We currently have a program called the Privilege Program. Basically, I mean, we don't have a loyalty program as such. So with the Privilege Program, what we do is that the customers who book online direct with us, they get certain privileges and discounts at business outlets around our hotels. It could be spas, clubs, restaurants, golf courses, and things like that. So that's one thing we're doing, which is quite popular, in fact. We work with, for example, in Thailand, we work with the TAT to promote certain places of interest. Then the second thing, what we do is for every customer which comes to our hotels booked through an OTA, we actually give them a small card on the way out, giving them a code which they can use to book next time with us, and there they can actually find rates which are about 10 to 50% lower than bar rates, as well as a lot of value-added benefits also thrown in, which is quite popular, in fact.
Okay, very good. Chris, any creative ideas?
We have a loyalty program. Sorry, Billy, it's not that I want to promote again Berjaya, but this loyalty program is actually a Berjaya initiated program because there are so many companies in our holding, which is all F&B, airline, insurance, cars, and all. So this loyalty program involves everything. So which means if you go to Starbucks, you get points. You go to Kenny Rogers, you get points. You book in a hotel, you get points. You go to the airline, Berjaya Air has points. And these points can be redeemed in any of those locations. So this is a holdings initiated program, which we are using at the moment. So, and sometimes we give like times 10 points or, during low seasons and all that. And the other one, of course, is we have the Secretaries Club. That's quite straightforward. That's the one where we reward the secretaries for corporate business and MICE events and all that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. I don't think we can leave the room without really talking about the influence of social media. So, the first question I will ask each one of you is, does your company have a presence on such platforms as TripAdvisor, Facebook, Twitter, or some other Asian-related social media websites? And in your experience, how does social media really help to promote your web bookings or a brand awareness or build up a brand integrity?
We have a presence both on Facebook and Twitter, but looking at the stats and the trend so far, we see that a lot of our guests actually use Facebook more than Twitter to communicate with us. We do have a booking engine on Facebook. We get a few reservations here and there, but not many. But so far, our guests have used Facebook more as a channel to talk to us. We also use it to engage with our customers. So most of the time they will be contacting us to check on rates and offers and things like that. And also they will also send us their feedback post stay. That is very important for us because just like similar to TripAdvisor, people are reading your Facebook pages as well, and it's very important that you have someone dedicated actually who's monitoring this channel. So we actually have a social media manager at Compass, which actually monitors all of our web pages, responds to comments. Of course, that is done in line with our hotels. Yeah, sometimes here and there we also get some negative feedback as well. And as any responsible company, we take those comments very seriously. We investigate those comments, and then we'll actually post our feedback onto the page, so that not only the person who posted the comment reads it, but also our other guests as well.
For Accor, we have a partnership, obviously, with Facebook, Twitter. We present in those social media. We also present today with TripAdvisor. So we, our website actually link with the TripAdvisor. So the last 5 comments that a guest that stayed at our hotels posted goes directly to link to our site. With Facebook, definitely we have a partnership presence in there also, both at the corporate level and at individual hotel level. So definitely we are using them as a platform for our brand marketing, platform for customer engagement, and also a platform where we actually when we actually launch a promotion for awareness. So that's where it is. Most importantly today for us, as we launch our project called Guest Experience Project, we're using all of this social media platform as one of our monitoring tool also. So we took deeply into consideration of what they said. Each hotel management team need to respond within 24 hours of any comments, be positive, be negative comments. And at the same time, we're at the corporate level. We have a system called Trust You, where we're actually monitoring all of the words being said relating to Accor and its brands on the social world, not only on Facebook, Twitter, but on any other languages, as we operate in multi-level environment like in China. There's no Facebook. Call it something else in China, for example. So that's, I suppose, the strategy that we took and what we use in the core.
For Berjaya, we are in all the review sites, well, mainly TripAdvisor. Of course, the other OTAs will do. But for TripAdvisor, we are there. Even in business listings, we are also in the check rates. We work with a partner. And we are also in vertical sites like Vigo, Kayak. We are also listed. We are also business listing. We are and also on show rates as well. We realize that customers nowadays they don't book direct with the brand website immediately. Before booking, they will have already checked 10, 20 sites. They would have read reviews. They would go to an OTA. They will, probably check with Facebook. They will have gone through many sections, and that's where we need to be visible, because we need to be visible when the customer decides. So especially in TripAdvisor, because we have actually made some surveys and realized that almost 90% of people who book on our brand would have been to TripAdvisor earlier. So that is very important for us to be visible there and to be clickable, so that people will go to our website to book. And of course, we are on Facebook and we are on Twitter. But Facebook, we are more on a CSR, more on communicating with the customer. So on our website, we do not have any reviews or whatever. Or any reviews, it's all posted on the on Facebook. So Facebook has become our communication with the customer. And of course, TripAdvisor, because some customers really do not want to post their reviews on the brand website or on the brand Facebook page, because they will still refer back to TripAdvisor. So our presence in TripAdvisor has become like a necessity.
Okay, very good. So if I can sum up, the consensus is all of you use social media in one way or another for communication purposes, to engage our customer, to increase our brand awareness, to bring CSR close to our customer, tell them how responsible we are as a corporate. But we seldom utilize that medium as a way to generate profits, so to speak. I'm not sure how you feel down there among the audience. But at this time, I'd like to open the floor for any questions you may have that you would like to ask our panelists to respond. Yes.
Thanks. I'd like to understand a little bit more about how you work with apps and the relationship between having a fat app or a thin app versus something that will interact with the website and OTAs or direct booking facilities, if you could elaborate on that.
That's good. Great question.
As far as Compass is concerned, we don't have an application yet. One of the reasons we haven't done it yet is that we feel that we don't have as many hotels as, let's say, some of the bigger chains do. We don't think that if we build an app, people will really download it. This is something what we think. But it doesn't mean we're not looking at it. Maybe 6 months down the line, we will consider having one. If we do, then we will have to again check: do we want an Android-based app? Do we want a Apple-based app, or Nokia or BlackBerry? That's something we're going to see later.
For us, in the core, we have Apple apps already running. We also have Android, and we have the BlackBerry. Obviously, BlackBerry is a little bit challenged because of the device. There's many devices where we need to suit within the content of the apps alone. However, what I would like to mention here is last year when we launched the Apple apps. So initially we launched it last year. We did not do heavy animation. So meaning we were testing it for 6 months. Now, when we compare the growth year on year against the this year, same this year, at the beginning of this year, we did a little bit of animation also. The growth is for Indonesian market. It's very, very enormous for us, the numbers. So to us, mobile application, it's getting more important because the booking lead of the customer is getting shorter today. So to us, it definitely a strategy. We're definitely soon will launch a huge partnership in Indonesia in terms of mobile application with the actual mobile provider network. Specifically in Malaysia, we're also talking to several mobile provider. So to us, it's all about the customer, right? So how do we make the customer feel better in terms of accessibility when they actually want to make a booking, right? In the market like Indonesia, Malaysia, and in Singapore, the smartphone market, and a lot of in other Asia country, smartphones become I think a way of life, right? You know, you walk around in Jakarta, you can see people having 3 smartphones, right? Not only one, right? They have multiple type of, from BlackBerry Bold, Bellagio, and all these things. And on the other pocket, they still also have the iPhone, right? So to us, it definitely, it's important. We have it, we are there. It's generating good business for us. Now, what we need now in the future is to link it with the banks because we need a secure payment. So this is what we're working on today to develop it and to also link it to the transaction because that's what we need to ensure also that we're getting the right transaction through these mobile bookings. So that's for us.
For us, same as Sid, we do not have the volume, we do not have the cloud. We don't have apps on our website. We are also, at the moment, not even considering mobile, but we are looking at mobile-friendly web pages, right? We are actually working on those. We are also setting up, looking at tablet, because from analytics, coming back to that, your website must have an analytics in order for us, that's the basic of it. You must have statistics, right? So from what we have seen a surge of people coming to our website using tablets. So we have to rearrange our website, because our web pages, because web page, sometimes it can be vertical, it can be horizontal, because on tablets. So we have to rearrange and rearrange it to HTML5. That's what we're doing at the moment. Right.
Any other questions? This is a very cooperative group.
It's after lunch.
Yes, this gentleman.
Guests to book directly. Has that hurt your ranking with Agoda and other OTAs?
Best rate guarantee only means that it's only for the best available rates. So for Agoda, for Booking.com and all that, they will also have a best rate guarantee there. So what we have done is we will have similar rates in Agoda, Booking.com, on our brand website for best available rates. So anywhere you go, any sites, any popular sites that you go, will always have similar rates, so that we will have the best rate guarantee. Our partners will have the best rate guarantee. Yeah, but we always go back to the customer and say that you have to you have to compare apple to apple. Some people will come back and say, oh, I have this advanced purchase, which is much cheaper than your best available rate on Agoda. Then we will have to go back and say that, no, it's not like that.
I would also like to say, like, in my experience, most of the time the OTAs are actually focusing on the best rate available on the standard room. They don't actually focus on the other room categories. So that's where we actually do offer better deals and offers on our sites. When it comes to the standard room, we'll definitely match the rate what the OTAs have. But then, like I said, we'll throw in a lot of value add-ons in there. And so far, we haven't seen OTAs complaining much about it.
Sam, look, with us, the best way to do it is through our loyalty program, right? AdSets for us, we have a lot of memberships there. I mean, we're also one of the biggest partner of bookings and Agoda. So yes, we work with them also. However, one thing that I would like to mention here is that we have to be very careful, because at the end of the day, it's our product that they're distributing, right? So we cannot be dictate. Also, at the same time, we want to look after the relationship with them because we work with them. So what it's fair. So at the end of the day, to me, let the customer choose, right? Let the customer choose whether is it easier to book your hotel through Agoda? Is it easier to book your hotel to our own sites, through accorhotels.com? So how could we make this differentiation? As I said earlier, we work through a good partnership. For example, in Indonesia, those who book through our website today, you could secure your holiday today and pay later with 0 interest for 6 months. Can the online travel agent do this? Right? I mean, to book a holiday in Singapore is cheap, but when you're booking holiday to Europe, it's I mean, compared to Europe, yes, you know, it's a bit different. Anyway, regardless where are the destination, to us, what we're offering in our website is a value proposition. It's a differentiation strategy. Today we joined up also with one of the airlines in Indonesia, where you know, for those people that books through accorhotels.com, they show the booking confirmation. They go to the airline tickets. They get 10% discount on both economy and business class seats. So could the online travel agent do this? Maybe, may not be. But to me, let the customer choose. And today, for us, we work through what we call a partnership, where it has to be balanced, cannot be dictated. It's our own product at the end of the day, what they're distributing. Right? So.
Okay, thank you for your questions.